Hello, everybody, and welcome to another educational session with the American Institute of Digital Marketing. We are your digital marketing educators. We're an organization created by insurance sales professionals for insurance sales professionals. Everything that we do is focused on helping you apply digital marketing to your insurance sales so that you can generate more leads, you can generate more prospects, you can generate more clients, you can generate more sales, obviously, for you to make more money, and hopefully that you have fun in doing so. Today, we're going to be marketing around the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, and we're going to be executing the ARPA Mashup. We're going to be executing time horizon number 3. And as always, we use a digital approach to personal financial sales. In the lecture component today, we're going to continue with the process we started a couple of sessions ago, where we're going to follow the Facebook ad blueprint. So we have a lot of material, so let's get started right away. My name, Al Castellanos. I'm a CFP, Certified Financial Planner. I have my insurance license. I am grandfather, so I have had my insurance license for more than 20 years now. I have a master's in financial analysis. I have a master's in financial planning, and I have a postgraduate diploma in digital business. This is a copy of my diploma here. And by the way, I want to emphasize this element down here in the presentation. This is something that is relatively new, where when you show something to somebody, this is an organization that confirms the originality of this document. That's something that is interesting. Remember, we're teaching you all the time new techniques and new tools for you to emphasize the fact that you are prepared, credible. This is going to help you edify your relationship with your client. So that's another element there. This organization here proves the validity of whatever document you are showing up. So just to show you why we have that little QR code down there. But anyway, this is my ARPA template, and this is something that I invite you all to have. Whenever you are doing any type of virtual presentation like the one we're having right now, it's important that you use all these visuals and all these tools to help you edify your relationship with the client. So in this case, I have a professional image of myself, a very clear copy of my insurance license, and some type of document that will build credibility with the client. In this case, I'm showing them my 2021 marketplace registration completion certificate. So this is one way for you to build credibility as fast as possible when you are starting any type of virtual meeting with anybody. So I invite you to develop something like this. We can help you. Contact one of our digital marketing coaches. You can, in the chat, request help from any one of our digital marketing coaches to help you develop one of these templates. And again, you should have this type of template for each one of the different lines of business that you sell. And what you would do is you would change, let's say the document that you place here on the right-hand side, or if you need a different type of license for whatever product you are selling, then you would replace these here. But again, this is one of the templates. We strongly recommend you that you have at least one template for each one of the different lines of business that you have. So this is an example of one way of doing that. Again, we have 5 different companies. We have Premier Insurance Contracts. That's the FMO, the Field Marketing Organization. That's the company you get contracted with. That's the company that pays the commissions for ARPA and ACA. That's our FMO. Then we have Wealth Management Solutions, which is our e-commerce platform. Then we have the American Institute of Financial Education, AINFE. This is the educator, and it provides continuous educations to insurance agents, and it also provides financial literacy courses for end users. Then we have Cashback Universe, which is our cashback platform, and we have the American Institute of Digital Marketing, which is the digital marketing educator, under which we provide all this education for insurance agents to apply digital marketing into their business. So those are our 5 different companies. The agenda is always has the same structure. First, we take action. We execute the mashup order of the day. So that's the first thing we're going to be doing today. Then we have feedback, which is a very important component of digital marketing. This is where you look at everything that you are doing and you analyze results and then adjust your strategy based on whatever the information, the data is providing you. So feedback is very important in digital marketing, and it's a make it or breaker. If you don't know how to read the information that you're getting back, then you will not be able to progress in digital marketing. And finally, we have a lecture component. Depending on the time that we have for the training, we might cover both feedback and lecture, and in some instances, we just do one of the two. Today, we're going to continue with the lecture component on the Facebook Ads Blueprint, so we're not going to be having a feedback section. We always do the same. We show you the mashup. This is the ARPA mashup. And again, this is a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channel, in this case, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, email marketing, and direct mail, 5 channel by 4 time horizons. Let me emphasize the time horizons here. Time horizon number 1, time horizon number 2, time horizon number 3, and time horizon number 4. So this is a 5 channel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channel by 4 time horizons. This is a 20 event mashup. And this is the overall plan. Since the time horizon in this mashup is on a weekly basis, so this mashup will be executed over a 4-week period, which is basically a month. So here you have a 1 month of digital marketing with 20 events through 5 channels. When you look at a document like this, and I always tell students the same thing, this is loaded. This document is loaded with electronic instructions, and it's loaded with content and images and videos. Every time you see one of these code structures, those are bit.ly shorteners, which are instructions to take you somewhere else. And all the images that you see there where you're going to be sharing with your clients, and whenever you see, we have postcards and we have videos. So we have a lot of things. So again, these mashups are loaded with digital information, with electronic information, and with instructions that you're going to be executing when you are executing the time horizon. So again, these ARPA mashups, that's the structure. Now, I want you to give you a heads up because we are progressing as always, and we are building our next generation of mashups, which are going to be a 10 by 4 mashups. Okay, the one that we're doing today is 5 by 4, 5 channels, 4 time horizons. We're going to start building 10 by 4 mashups. So we're going to duplicate the number of channels that you're going to be using. This is going to take you to the frontier of digital marketing. And I know this is something I was thinking when I was making this decision of the importance of this, because we're going to be adding, these are our traditional digital channels, let's put it that way, that we're using at this time, which are Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, email marketing, and direct mail. So these are the 5 that we're executing right now. And we are adding 5 additional channels. We are adding Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. This TikTok channel and this Snapchat channel will get us together into the world of augmented reality. The world of augmented reality is a very powerful element in marketing. Augmented reality is all those videos where you see all these exaggerations. For example, if you are having a video of some very important national monument, you can use a filter in the application or in some application that can make a waterfall coming out of the top of the monument or whatever. That's augmented reality. And that's something that is very important in digital marketing. So we're going to start pushing into that. So we're going to be using, especially with Snapchat and with TikTok, we're going to start using augmented reality. And then we're going to start using also Pinterest and Instagram and also our videos on YouTube. So again, we're moving to a 10x4 mashup structure, starting in a couple of sessions. So what I want you to do is to go ahead and start moving forward and open your, and I know for some of you this is going to be controversial, okay? But I was thinking, if you want to be in this business for the next 10 or 15 years, and let's say TikTok is being used today by kids that are 20 or 25 years old, or Snapchat, they're going to be 30 or 40, 10 years from now. Okay, so whom are you going to be selling 10 years from now? You need to start interacting with these groups. If not, you're gonna end up just selling to a population that it's getting older and older and older, and you're gonna run out of clients eventually. So we need to get started with this new wave of concepts, of digital marketing concepts now. So I want you to go ahead and open your accounts with Snapchat, with Pinterest, with Instagram, open a YouTube account, and open an account with TikTok. And together, we're going to start developing content and developing strategies for all of those additional channels. So it's going to be very interesting. I know I'm pushing the envelope here, but we don't have any other option. This is the world of digital marketing. And if we don't do this now, we're going to be obsolete 2, 3, 4 years from now. So we need to get started with this now. So that's the reason why we're moving into a 10x4 mashup. And we're going to get into the details of that into the future. So again, this is coming up. Make sure you open those additional 5 accounts, and let's get you started with that process. And together, we're going to work so that you develop content using other tools like augmented reality and other things to really become creative using digital marketing to generate leads and sales. Okay, let's continue. So now let's go back to our present reality. Let's go back into the action component of our training. And we're going to take action. We're going to execute the mashup order of the day as we have been doing for a couple of years now. So let me go right away. So the first thing I go to my Amidim platform, www.amidim.com, the American Institute of Digital Marketing. So I'm in the platform right now. And if you have not done so before, you have to go to the store tab here, and you click there, the store, and you look for the actual mashup in the store. Let me click on it. And you're going to look for the ARPA mashup. ARPA, here it is, the ARPA mashup. So this is the one that we're doing right now here. And you register for that. Now, I'm not going to do that because I'm already registered. But in this case, you would be doing that. By the way, one of the things that I want to emphasize, click here on the blog section here, And if you click there, we have information on the 10 channels that we're going to be using in our mashup structure in the near future. So you have information on each one of the different channels here. So if you click on this article here, continue reading. Okay, you see the 10 channels and the audience that you're going to be encountering for each one of those 10 channels. So again, very interesting, very important that you read this article in our blog so that you get familiarized with where we are headed. Again, we have information on the 10 channels that we're going to be using. So let me go back to the main page here. Remember, that's on the blog. Let me get back to the here on the blog. You're going to encounter information on everything that we're doing. Going back to our training, I'm going to go to my library because I'm already registered for the ARPA workshop. So I'm going to click on my library, and that's going to show my courses. So these are the courses that I have registered for. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to look for the ARPA Mashup. This is the one. So this is the one that we're executing right now. So I'm going to click on Start Course. I'm going to click here on Start Course, and that's going to take me into the specific course. Now, I have several options. I could resume the course here, or I could go to whichever module. In this case, time horizon number 3, it's here. If you see this little check mark here, that means you have already completed this module. So this tells you that you already, or this tells me that I completed time horizon number 1 and that I completed time horizon number 2. And now I'm ready to go to time horizon number 3. So this is the one that I'm going to be working on today. Here it will also give you where you are in terms of the course. And here you have information about the instructor. Remember, one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to start a educational course on ARPA or on any line of business that you want, on annuities or on life insurance, or you could take one of the courses that we're going to be providing you through the American Institute of Financial Education in the next couple of weeks. About Social Security or about retirement planning, and you could become an educator. You could master that course. You can go through the material, become knowledgeable about it, and then you become the instructor and you create a course like this, and then you invite your clients to those training sessions. So again, you can do many different things. This platform is incredible, and this is at no cost to you because of your relationship with us. Okay. So again, I'm going to click here on time horizon number 3. And the theme today, we always place some type of image or video on the top to emphasize the topic. And in this case, the topic is, how do I find a plan that fits my budget and meets my needs? So that would be the topic of our marketing effort for this time horizon. And again, this image here, this is an insurance agent. This should be you. Remember, this should be you. So you need to get a professional image of yourself, and we will set up something like this for you. And this should be your digital brand. This should be your digital brand for that specific line of business. In this case, this is Premier's digital brand for health insurance. We have the Health Insurance Resource Center, and there is a lot of resources and assets behind that digital brand there. And we have been covering that over the last couple of months. Okay. So we go through the process. Here you have the download section. You can download these documents here. So this is a section here where we provide you with all the documents that we're going to be using today. So you can always go into your course and then go into the specific module, and you have access to the different content pieces that we are using for that specific module. When you scroll down, we again show you the mashup so you have clear idea of exactly the overall picture. And in this case, we're going to be executing time horizon number 3. So this is what we're going to be doing today. We go down to step number 2, and here you have all the instructions for the different channels. Remember, in the future, you're going to have 10 sets of instructions, one for each one of the 10 different channels. In this case, you have instructions for the 5 different channels. So you have instructions for LinkedIn, and you have instructions for Facebook, and you have instructions for Twitter, And you have instructions for email marketing, and you have instructions for direct mail. So you have all the sets of all the instructions. Now, these are the bit.ly shorteners that we're going to start sharing. So one of the things that I always strongly recommend you to do is to click on the bit.ly shortener to make sure that everything is okay. Remember, these bit.ly shorteners should take you somewhere, and you're going to start learning how to use an instruction like this to send people to the place you want them to go. Okay, so I'm going to click on it.
The health insurance marketplace offers different plan types to meet a variety of needs and budgets. Most people qualify for savings to make health coverage affordable. Compare plans based on what is important to you and choose the price and coverage that fits your needs. Contact us and we will help you answer many questions as you shop for marketplace coverage. Many people ask, how can they find a plan that fits their budget and meets their needs? When choosing a plan, it is a good idea to think about your total healthcare costs, not just the premium you pay to your insurance company every month. Other out-of-pocket costs, like coinsurance or a copayment, can have a big impact on your total healthcare spending. To pick a plan based on your total costs of care, you will need to estimate how much care you are likely to use for the year ahead. When you compare plans in the marketplace, you can choose each family member's expected medical use as low, medium, or high. When you view plans, you will see an estimate of your total costs, including monthly premiums and all out-of-pocket costs, based on your household's expected use of care.
Okay, so you got it. Let me get out of here. Now, so you just saw the video that is associated with this bit.ly shortener. And again, it should be you, the one recording that video. If it's too long for you, and again, that's a long video to record. I don't recommend you to start with a video with that length. But the ones that we did in previous time horizons were shorter, so you can start practicing. And we can provide you with the script and everything, and you can practice it until you have it. Then you record it, you send it to us, and we will create a video for you like this one. Okay, so that's, and now, remember I told you to open an account on YouTube? You can upload to your YouTube channel all your educational, let's say, educational content or educational bullets. You could create a list of all these questions and you record the answers, and there you go. You have a YouTube channel right there. You are using video marketing now. So it's that easy. And again, you can take the voice component of that recording and you could create a podcast, or you could take the writing component of it and you could create a blog. So you can do all these different things, and then you can send all these different types of content through all the different channels. So this is exponential. The digital marketing allows you to move in many different directions. Okay. So again, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna copy and paste. So I'm gonna take this message here. So I make sure that I don't miss anything. I'm going to copy. And I'm going to open my LinkedIn account. And I'm going to sign in into my LinkedIn account. And I am inside my LinkedIn account there. And one of the things that I always do with my LinkedIn account, it's a habit that I have created, is I go to my old posts. So I go here to posts and activity. And I click there. And I look at my previous post. And I see the activity that I have generated. So I posted this on Bonds a while ago, and it just, it was what, and I have this obviously automatized in my calendar. So this was 15 minutes ago. And then I posted this 18 hours ago, and I had 18 views on that. And then I posted this 1 day ago, and I had 12 views on that. And then I posted this one, okay? That was 6 days ago, and I have 70 views on that. You see how videos, your personal videos immediately catch up more attention. So that's something that we see all the time. And then I posted one of these and I have 46 views. So I check it out. I see the type of activity that I'm generating. This one here was from our life insurance mashup, and this was 57 views. So again, and I see the activity to make sure that everything is in order. So let me go back to home. And I'm going to start a post. I'm going to click here where it says start a post. And I'm going to basically paste what I just copied. Paste. And there it is. So I have the how do I find a plan that fits and meets my needs? And I uploaded the bit.ly shortener, and automatically right now I'm talking to the LinkedIn editor, and it understands the instructions that I provided with my bit.ly shortener. So it brings the image, it follows that instruction, and it brings up the video. So the video is already there. You need to make sure that you see the video. You see the video that is there, because if you don't see it, that means that something is wrong. So you need to make sure that you see the actual video there. And you could add hashtags. We're not going to get into that today. That's a whole additional training. Hashtags are very powerful, but you need to learn how to use hashtags. So I'm not going to get into that today. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to post this video. And it's telling me that it was successful. And my recommendation, always view your post to make sure that everything is aligned. Okay. So here I have my video. I have the message here. And the bit.ly shortener converted into the actual video. Remember, the idea is that this is you here, and this is your digital brand. And then we can do a lot of different things promoting this. Okay, it's going to have organic growth. Those are the ones that you don't have to pay for people to see it. So the ones that you saw there, the 100 and something and the 50 something views, that's organic. I didn't pay for that. But you can start a strategy where you promote these ads, and then it's shown to many more people, and you pay for that. Those are the LinkedIn ads, and you can have, again, different strategies associated with that. Okay, so let me get out of LinkedIn. Let me X out of here because I have too many things at the same time, and then I get all confused. Okay, so I have already executed time horizon number 3 for LinkedIn. So I executed this video on LinkedIn. Now I'm going to open my Facebook account, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to copy and paste. Remember what I always tell you. If I give you instructions for LinkedIn and I give you instructions for Facebook and they look exactly the same, do not use the Twitter instructions or the LinkedIn instructions on Facebook. Make sure you use the Facebook instructions on Facebook. That is very important. In many instances, they are exactly the same, but that might not be the case, and then you will not know what's going on. So I'm going to, again, take the message. I'm going to copy the message, and I'm going to open my Facebook account. So I'm in my Facebook account. I'm going to go to my Facebook pages. And as I always mention to you, I have multiple pages. I'm going to be talking about in the lecture component about landing pages associated with your CRM system, your customer relationship management system. So we're going to be coming back to this topic again. So I'm going to select, we're talking here about health insurance. So I'm going to select one of my health insurance landing pages, in this case, the Health Insurance Resource Center. So I'm going to select this landing page here. That's my Facebook landing page. And I'm going to create a post. Create a post. Okay. I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to copy and paste exactly as I did. I think I didn't copy it. Wait. There we go. So there it is. So again, the same thing, you need to make sure you see the actual image there. That means that it went to the right place. The Facebook editor followed the instructions from the bit.ly shortener and went there and uploaded the video. Again, you can do additional things here. I'm not going to get into that, but you could add many other things to this video, to this message. You can send them to a landing page. You can request information from them and provide them with what we call a white document, which would be something associated with the topic that they're interested in. You can send them to a quote engine. You can send them to a place where you have a lot of videos about yourself. You can do many different things when, as part of your overall strategy. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post this message. It's posting. And there it is. Make sure you see it. That's the post there. We already verified that it's active. So if they click on it, it will go to the video. Okay, so make sure that everything is okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to X out of my Facebook page here. Go back to Amity. So there we go. We have already executed time horizon number 3. Time horizon number 3. For LinkedIn, for Facebook. Now we're going to be doing the same thing in Twitter. So I'm going to go to my Twitter instructions. These are my Twitter instructions. And again, I'm going to copy. I'm going to open my Twitter account. I'm going to sign in into my Twitter account. And one of the things that I always do, as I mentioned before, is check out on my activity, but I'm not going to do that today. I know that we have been spending a lot of time on other things. So that's the instruction right there. Again, you can see that the video was uploaded. This video is the bit.ly shortener is sending Twitter to our YouTube channel to pick up the video. So you see how you start getting everything connected here. Here, this is coming from our YouTube channel. So you create the video, you upload it to your YouTube channel, and then you create a bit.ly shortener from there and you share it with whichever other channels you want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tweet this message. Is telling me that the tweet was sent. Again, as always, make sure you view the tweet. So there you go, there you have it. So I already tweeted the video. So let me X out of here again and go back to our Amidim platform, and there we have it. Okay, we have executed time horizon number 3 for LinkedIn, for Facebook, and for Twitter. So we have already executed these 3. Now let's go to email marketing. So now we're going to execute time horizon number 3 with email marketing. Remember what I told you, the importance of you having a robust email marketing platform. We recommend something like Constant Contact. That's one of the ones we use the most. So we strongly recommend you that. I'm not going to illustrate that. You would have to come to additional training to see that part because that would take too much time. But what I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take the email that I have here, and I'm going to copy starting here on the subject line. This is the subject line. How do I find a plan that fits my budget? So I'm going to copy from here down all the way to the best regards here. So that's the body of my email. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to open my email account. So I'm going to go to outlook.office.com and I'm going to access my email account, one of my email accounts. That's one. And I'm going to create a new message here. So I'm going to paste the email that I copied. There is the bit.ly shortener with the video there. Okay, we already checked that bit.ly shortener is working. So let me scroll up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here. and I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to paste it in the subject part of it here. How do I find a plan? That's a subject, and then that's the body of the email. Basically, it says the same thing that we say in the video. So that's the script for the video. Is actually what you're telling your client in the body of your email is the same thing that you are telling them in the video, just to give you an idea how you concatenate, how you put all these things together. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to email that to myself. Again, remember, this is I think this is my, yeah, I think this is my, I know, I see at Prinsuko. I don't remember which one of my emails is this one, so I don't know. Okay, so let me send it to this one to see. I think that's the one I'm using. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so here it is. I just received the email. It's almost instantaneous, so I'm going to click on it, and there is the video. Okay, that's the email, and that's the bit.ly shortened to the video, and that's the email. So I'm going to X out of here, going back to my Amidin platform. So I have already executed time horizon number 3 for LinkedIn, for Facebook, for Twitter, and for email marketing. Remember, create a relationship with an email marketing provider like Constant Contact or somebody else like that. We recommend Constant Contact, but I'm going to show you now how when you start generating leads from many of these different processes, how you build up that email list. And you're not going to be sending 1 or 2 or 3 emails a day. You're going to be sending hopefully hundreds of emails and even thousands of emails a day. So it's impossible to do it manually as I show you here. That's why you need to go to the next level for that. Okay, let me scroll down. And now we're going to go to direct mail. Direct mail, it's back. Direct mail was one of the main ways to do marketing for many decades. But then with the advent of digital marketing, direct mail started having some issues, and their market share went down. But now it's back. It's getting back to a new position. And one of the reasons for that has to do with these QR codes like this one here. So let me magnify this. So this is a QR code that is in your direct mail piece. If you take your cell phone and you take a picture of that QR code, it will take you to a landing page. Exactly the same thing as if you would have sent somebody an email with a link that it takes them somewhere else. Well, it works like a bit.ly shortener. It just takes people from one place to another. So if somebody sees the message and they like it, they take their phone, they scan it, and they are in your landing page, or they are in your quote engine, they are wherever you want them to go. So that's the power of direct mail when you integrate everything. That's why it's so powerful and it's so valid again. So let me just look at this postcard here. These are the bit.ly shorteners for the front and the back of this postcard. So let me click on it. And that's the actual postcard. Remember, this should be you. Okay, this should be an image. You should be the one asking them to contact you to learn more. So this should be you, and here you should have your digital brand for whatever line of business you are talking about. In this case, this is our healthcare or ARPA or health insurance digital brand. So again, this should be you, and this should be your digital brand. Let me go back. And in the back, let me just show you the back of the card. This should be your phone number here. And this Scan Me QR code should send them to your landing page. That's how you integrate direct mail. And here you should have your digital brand. Remember, we have two types of digital brands. The first one is your name. So you would have in this, if I was using my personal email digital brand, it would be Al Castellanos with the diamond logo and exactly the same structure. Or your specific line of business digital brand. In this case, that's what we're using here. The address of the individual will go here. Then you upload this. Our preferred provider for direct mail. Let me go back. Our preferred provider for direct mail is Amazing Mail. And this is our preferred provider. We strongly recommend that you use some up-to-date direct mail provider. This is one that we strongly recommend. It's very, very modern. This every door direct mail strategy is really good. You can upload lists, or you can buy lists from them, and you can do many different things. And then you upload the pieces, and then you do direct mail, sending people, they can call you back, or they can scan the piece, the marketing piece that they receive, and they will go to one of your landing pages where you will continue the process. That's how that works. So let me X out of here. And there we have it, okay? So now we have executed the mashup order of the day for time horizon number 3 completely. We posted in LinkedIn, in Facebook, we tweeted something, we sent some emails out, and those are the instructions for sending out postcards about the topic of this time horizon. So that is the execution of time horizon number 3 in 5 channels. You completed everything there. Now remember, we're going to be moving to 10 channels. So this is going to double. We're going to have to rearrange the structure of the training, where we're going to emphasize the execution, and then all the lectures and the feedback training, we're going to move to different time, okay? So let me go back to the actual PowerPoint presentation. And let's take it back from the current slide. So that was the action component. Again, we're not gonna be doing any feedback today. So let's go back to the lecture component right away. And this is what we have been doing. So let's refresh our memory with regards to what we have been doing over the last couple of sessions. This is the digital marketing blueprint. And we started with the channel. In this case, we selected a Facebook channel. That's the one that we were doing. And we went through the actual Facebook ad. So we went through the whole process of the ad and how to set it up and all that. And then we talked about the landing pages, how you have to have at least 2 different landing pages. One of the landing pages is inside the channel. For example, when we posted on Facebook on our Health Insurance Resource Center landing page, that's a landing page that is inside Facebook. So that's what we call the inside the social media channel landing page. But you also have landing pages outside of the channel. And we do have a website for the Health Insurance Resource Center outside of Facebook, because again, here we can be more creative, we can add more stuff, we can control things better when we are outside of the rules associated with the channel. Okay, so again, you have different landing pages, and we went through that. And then we started talking about content and the importance of content. You can recall the fact that we took one piece of information provided by healthcare.gov, and from one document, we ended up building a 4 time horizon marketing campaign using 5 channels. So we went through that, and we show you many different sources for content. And today we're going to be talking about content from a different perspective, because inside your CRM, your customer relationship management system, you can also build content. So we're going to see now, today we're going to emphasize the CRM, which is what I call the brain of everything that you do. This is a fundamental element for you to make $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 or $500,000 a year. In order for you, all the agents that are making $300,000 or $500,000 or $700,000 a year have a very robust CRM system in place, because you have thousands of clients and there is no way that you can follow up with everything that is happening if you don't have a sophisticated CRM system in place. And we provide you that as part of your relationship with us. So we're going to get into the specifics of the CRM today. And then we're going to be talking, we're going to get started with marketing automation a little bit under the CRM. And then in a following session, we will continue with marketing automation. So that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the lecture today. And I want to go back to the marketing funnel, because you cannot lose track on the fact that this is all about the marketing funnel. You need to understand that what you're trying to do is you're trying to take some type of stranger and move them through a process. Move them through a process. This complete stranger, you're going to move them through a process until you make them your client, and not only your client, an advocate of your business, and start sending you more clients. Okay, you want to transform that stranger into somebody that is helping you build your business. So everything that we're talking about the CRM, because we're going to get a little bit technical here now, you need to keep in mind what is it that you're trying to, what is your objective with this? And you need to visualize the fact that you are moving people through the marketing funnel. So first you have a stranger, then you capture their information. Now you have their name and their email and additional information. Now you start providing them with some information on the topic that they requested. Then you edify your image, yourself. You contact them. Now you have a relationship with these people. Then you identify their needs, and then you sell them something, and then you hopefully sell them something again. Okay, so that's the idea, but it's all about the marketing funnel and moving people through the marketing funnel. I always emphasize the marketing funnel because we tend to forget the fact that this is what you're trying to do. So this is the dashboard of the CRM system that we provide you. We provide you this ACT CRM system, and this is the dashboard here. So let me magnify a little bit here. So again, in the dashboard, this is a very powerful tool. It's not an Excel. I see sometimes agents that they have all the clients' information on an Excel spreadsheet, and I said, yeah, you have information there, but you need something way more powerful than that. You need something like this. For example, let me just show you some of the things here. This is again the actual dashboard. This is when you log in into your CRM system, and you have here regular tabs, like if you work in any type of website where you can do edit and lookup and contact and schedule. So you have instructions here, and then on this side here you have some of the activities or the tools that you use the most. So you have, to send an email or the history or notes or to do things. And you can have here with this menu option here, you could modify what are the most important things that you want to have here. So that's like the main structure. And then you look at things like task list. So again, you could use your CRM to just build your day or build your week or build your month or build your year. You have all these different tasks that you start feeding into the system, and it helps you focus on what is the things that you need to do. And then it prioritizes that into some open opportunities, different type of opportunities, opportunities to meet them, opportunity to close the deal, opportunity to participate into something. So you have all these different opportunities here. And then you have a pipeline. A pipeline is a fundamental concept in sales. you need to make sure that you have a pipeline. Okay, you need to make sure that you have all these different clients that you're working on, and some of them you have at the beginning of the process or at the beginning of the marketing funnel. That's why I emphasize the marketing funnel. You have them at the beginning, or you have them in the middle of the marketing funnel, in the middle of the pipeline, or you are ready to close them. So you need to make sure you have a pipeline. The pipeline, the time horizon of a pipeline changes depending on the product. For example, I have sold some large annuities, let's say 700,000 or a $1 million annuity. And when you are in the process of selling a $1 million annuity, that means somebody has $1 million and they're going to invest, or they're going to write a check for $1 million and they're going to give it to some insurance company that you recommended. Okay. And that might take 1 or 2 years of work. It's not something that you meet somebody one night and the next day they're writing you a check for $1 million. No. When you are selling annuities, and again, the commission with annuities can be very large, very large. We're talking commissions of 30,000 or 50,000 or 80,000 or $100,000, but it might take you 1 or 2 years to work that. So again, the pipeline for that type of business would be very long. In other types of business, for example, ARPA, where right now we are on an annual enrollment or open enrollment or a SCP like we have right now, basically you meet somebody today and you might be signing them into a plan tomorrow or this afternoon. So the pipeline is shorter. Okay, so you have the concept of the pipeline is very important. And then you have here hot leads, which is things that you really want to focus on immediately. Additional to this overall strategy, let me change here, this overall strategy that you have here, then you have these tools. You can upload things and you can import things and you can find people to help you, and you have like a how-to and knowledge base, and I mean you have all these different tools right there in front of you to work. And then you have here all the different places where you can go within your CRM. You can go to contacts, you can go to groups, you can go to companies, you can go to your calendar, task list. I mean, you have all these different options here. And again, each one of these is a world by itself. There is a lot of information in each one of those little links there. And down here, you have some type of search engine where you can look for something directly. So you have different ways to look for things. So that would be the dashboard of your CRM system. And again, this is something that you need to have. You need to make sure that you have a tool like this in place to manage large activity. Okay, if you're managing 4 clients, you're probably out of business. You only have 4 clients, and you don't need something sophisticated to manage 4 clients. But if you have 100 or 200 or 1,000, or I have some agents that they have 3, 4, 5,000 clients, then you need something like this in place in order for you to be able to be efficient in working your book of business. Now, you don't build a 7,000 or 8,000 client base in 3 months or in 4 months. It takes you years to do that. So again, it's a process. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to say that somebody gets into the business and 3 days later they have 1,000 clients. That's not how it normally works. Although I have seen some situations that are incredible. Anyway, so these are your contacts. This, for example, this is the actual. Obviously, we hit the actual information for the clients here, but these are their names, and these are their email addresses, and this is their phone numbers, and this is what the agent that was assigned to this. This is one of our lead generation processes. And I just wanted to show you, this is actual data points provided by Facebook campaigns. And we use this, what we call connectors, Zapier connectors that connect Facebook to Act. So whenever we generate activity in Facebook, we send that information into Act, and we build these databases in Act. And the reason for that is because even though Facebook does provide you with some type of marketing tools with those leads that are generated in Facebook, and you can see them over there, it's never as robust as the tools that you have in a CRM system. That's why you want to take them from there to here. You have them over there, but you also have them here, and here you have many more powerful tools. But actually, and you have things here, for example, and let me emphasize it here, this is the campaign name, so we can know exactly when was this, from what actual campaign this list was generated, and what ad set specifically provided, and the actual ad name that generated that list. So we know exactly what that individual was looking at when he provided to us his name and his these were the dates in which the leads were generated, their email address, and their date of birth, and their phone number, and their zip codes, and all of that. So again, you can really know a lot about your clients, specifically with what ad did you reach him? What ad did he like enough to provide you with the information that you were requesting? So again, very powerful. And this is something that you can do with your CRM system. So that's just an example of the type of lead generation that you can, and how you store that with this. Now, there's a video here. I'm going to show you this video. This is a 5-minute video. I'm not going to play it for 5 minutes. I'm going to play 1 or 2 minutes, but I give you an idea of the actual structure of a CRM system for you to better understand the type of tool that you need. So let me click here on watch contact video here. It's going to take us to let me show it on YouTube here. And
this
again,
is based on a real call with a manager that uses Monday.com to run all their team's work.
The automations on Monday.
Welcome to ACT. In this video, we're going to explore contacts and how to store information in the contact record. Currently, we're looking at the detail view of a typical contact record. There are several different field types available here, which will allow you to safeguard the type of information that gets entered into each field. In addition to basic text fields, there are date fields, drop-down lists, monetary fields, simple yes/no checkboxes, and much more. You can even force any of these fields to be required. And if you want, you can set them to be a read-only status for certain users in your system. These are all advanced topics that we'll cover in a different video. The best advice concerning contact records is this. The more information that you can enter into this contact detail view, the easier it will be for you to utilize that data later on. So try to enter as much information about your contacts as possible. The contact record contains all the information you see here on the upper half of the screen, but it also contains additional types of information in each of the tabs below. The Activities tab contains a list of scheduled activities for this contact. If you have scheduled a call or a meeting with this contact sometime in the future, then it will be listed here on the Activities tab. You can also create new activities or even follow-up activities here. And when you create an activity, it will show up on your calendar and in your task list within ACT. Once an activity is completed, you can check the box, which will pop open a clear activity window. Activities that have been signified as cleared will be removed from this tab and moved to the History tab, as well as the history list in ACT. The Opportunities tab allows you to monitor and make adjustments to the sales cycle concerning this contact. We're going to cover opportunities in a video later on, but for now, make note that this tab is where you can view opportunity data for a specific contact. The History tab is a way for ACT to automatically
you got an idea. Let me get out of here.
Historical records for your contacts. When you send an email to a contact through ACT, a history record will be created automatically and stored here for this contact to commemorate.
Okay. Let me go back to the actual presentation. Okay. So you have an idea there of the type of tool that you need in place to be able to handle hundreds or thousands of clients. It's a very powerful tool. You need to have it. It's a fundamental element in any digital marketing strategy. You need to have a CRM system. You're going to be generating you're going to be generating all this activity first, and then you're going to be generating all this data that you need to make sure you organize. And you saw there how it works. And then you need to be very proactive about everything that you are doing. So something like this is paramount, it's fundamental. I call it the brain of digital marketing, because without something like this, if you are successful with digital marketing, you will not be able to realize it, to convert it into money, to what they call monetize it, if you don't have some type of very powerful, effective tool to help you move through the process. So again, that's just about that. Then we get into marketing automation. And I mentioned to you that in our next session, we're going to get into the specifics of marketing automation. But here I want to emphasize a couple of things. Remember when we talked about content? We talked about content. And basically, when we were talking about content, we were talking about you producing a video, you producing a postcard, you producing a recording, you producing a course, an educational course, you producing a document, an informational document for somebody on a specific topic. And we were focusing on images and sound and all those aspects of content. But there is another element to content that is as important as that one, and that you need to make sure that it exists, and you need to make sure that you use it. And this content that I'm talking about here is part of that. Basically, for example, the design of your campaign, your overall strategy is content. So you have a tool here. This is within the marketing automation tab where you have your campaigns. And here, for example, this is a specific campaign. You have all the strategy and all the instructions that you're going to be executing in a specific campaign. And you start building these campaigns, and different campaigns with different strategies for different objectives. And you start saving all these campaigns, and sooner than later, you're going to have all these different campaigns already there where you just need to bring them up and execute them. So that's content also. So you have actual campaigns that become content. So a CRM system is the place where you would store something like that. Again, different from the content that we were talking about in previous sessions where we were talking about the video and the image and the message. No, here we're talking about the back office of content, which is also content. That's what I wanted to emphasize there. So you have campaigns are content, and this is a place where you will store your campaigns. This is an example of a specific campaign. This is what you will store. Hey, we're going to start here, and then it's going to be instant release. That instant release means as soon as something happens, I'm going to go to the next step. Or you could say, hey, let's wait 1 day, or let's wait 3 days, or let's wait 1 week to execute the next step, etc. So this is the structure of the campaign. In this case, we place there instant release. But again, you could have many different types of instructions there. And then you say, hey, send an email. So wait 3 days, or immediately send them this email, or do this or do that, and then you end the process. This is the specifics of your campaign, and this is content. This is content. This is part of what you need to have in storage so that you can bring back and use it every time you want to. Because if not, you're going to have to be designing and building these campaigns all the time. So this is an example of that. And we have elaborate campaigns where we have a sequence of 26 different messages that are sent to an individual over 26 weeks, just to give you an idea. That's a specific campaign. And you have each one of the instructions of each one of the different messages that they're going to be receiving each one of the following 26 weeks. So again, that is also content, and you will store something like that inside your CRM system. That's why these are so fundamental and so important in this process. Then you have your email templates. You want to make sure that you create all these different templates. That includes some of your videos and some of your messages and some of your images and all of that. And you create a group, a battery of email templates. So that's part of your content also. See, the actual composition of the whole message that includes the building content components, you put them into these templates and you have them ready to go. And you store that inside your CRM system. And I know I'm getting a little bit technical with this, but this is the power of digital marketing. This is the power of a CRM system. And this is what marketing automation is all about. You create all these templates and all these structures, and they will help you be very effective when you are marketing. That's why your numbers go through the roof. It's because you are using very sophisticated tools to do this. So again, the message here is that your email templates are part of your content, and you store those and you build those inside your CRM system. Then you also have landing pages. You create multiple. Remember, we have been talking here about you having multiple landing pages. Now, in Facebook, we have, I show you when we went into the Facebook platform, how I have 56 landing pages inside the Facebook channel. These landing pages that I have here are not inside a channel. These are landing pages that I create that have different objectives. And then I build them and I place them in my different websites. So you have a website, and inside a website you embed one of these landing pages with a specific objective. Okay, so for example, this one here, the Final Expense Resource Center landing page, is a landing page that has a very specific structure where I'm going to place something in an environment where I'm talking about final expenses, and I'm going to capture information or do something about it with that specific theme. And you have, again, multiple landing pages that you can place in multiple channels or in multiple places, in websites. And again, these landing pages are content. And this content is stored inside your CRM system. Again, now you're starting to see the power of these CRM machines, because it's much more than just storing a video of you or a photo of you or something like that. It's much more powerful and elaborate than that. Okay, now how do you get one of these CRM systems? Normally, there are two ways to do it. Number one, you can buy it, okay, and you just install it in your computer, in your desktop. And that's what they call, you can have it on premises or on the cloud, but basically you purchase it and you store it. So you save it somewhere. And then you have this other option that is called software as a service. But basically here, you don't buy anything, but you rent the software. So the difference here is that you buy it here and here you rent it. And you have different versions, and you have to be very careful with this because they have different applications. They're very similar, obviously, but each one has their own different functionality, and you need to make sure that you that the way you're going to use it makes sense. In our case, what we do is that and by the way, these different options, they all have different prices. So the Pro or the Premium or the Growth Suite or the whatever, they all have different prices, okay? Now, what we do is, if you look at our agent packages, we have this Bronze Plus package here, which has no cost per month for the agent. The requirement for that is the agent has to be contracted with our FMO, Premier Insurance contracts, with at least 5 different companies. But if you get contracted with 5 different companies with us, then we provide you with a CRM system, with an ACT CRM system with marketing automation. That has a cost of more or less $75 per month. So it's almost like $900 of software that you get with us for free if you get contracted with 5 carriers with us. So, and not only do we provide you with the software, we provide you with a database that includes marketing automation, and we guide you, we help you learn how to use the CRM system so that you become efficient in all these applications of digital marketing. So again, I just wanted to emphasize, you can go yourself and buy a CRM system from many different vendors out there. You can go directly to ACT and buy it from them. But if you do it through us, then it's not going to cost you, and we're going to help you in the development of that. So again, what you need to do is to make sure that you get contracted with 5 different insurance companies with us. Okay, so that's part of the structure, the way we have it structured there. And that's the basic package. Okay, I want to finish the training here. I know, again, as always, that I have provided you with a lot of information. We executed the mashup order of the day. We executed the ARPA mashup. We executed time horizon number 3. The way I repeat so much is so that you become acquainted with the terminology that we use. We use the word you execute. That means you take action, you do, okay? And then we talk about the mashup so that you understand what we're talking about, the mashup. We're gonna get into a more complex mashup now in the next couple of sessions. And then we talked about time horizons. You need to understand the time horizons. Where are you in the process? So that's the time horizon number 3. So today we executed the ARPA mashup. We executed time horizon number 3. And then we went into a lecture component where we continue with the process of the Facebook ad blueprint, and we covered the concept of the CRM, which is a fundamental element in digital marketing, is part of the overall structure you need to have in place. And we talked about the fact that content has different phases, literally. Okay, you have the traditional content, which is you creating the video or the message or the audio, or you writing the document or your picture or whatever. That's one aspect, one phase of content. But then you have this other content that is more sophisticated, that is the landing pages and the templates, okay, and the campaigns and all of that. That it's a summation of multiple elements, and you have them all ready to go, and you need to make sure that you store that in a platform that allows for that to happen. Something like the CRM system that we just saw here, which is with ACT. And then we show you how you can get access to something like that, plus the training that goes with that when you engage with us and get contracted with 5 carriers. On our following session, we're going to get into the specifics of marketing automation. We're going to show you the actual model working, and we're going to execute time horizon number 4. Again, everybody, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your participation. Make sure that you execute that time horizon. If you have not done so, go into the Amidim platform and register for the ARPA mashup and start executing time horizon number 1 this week. I look forward to our next session in the near future. Thank you again for your participation.